Hello everyone. In today's video, this one is very useful for the new developers. I mean the friends which are connected through YouTube and they want to practice on the X++ and all the development around FinOps apps in D365. So they are usually, if they are having not access to LCS, LCS is lifecycle service from Microsoft, and when you are associated with a partner or as a client, you are having LCS access from where you can download a Hyper-V VHD virtual machine, and then you can use it on your notebook or system. Otherwise, if you don't have access to the LCS, as few of my friends on YouTube, they have already contacted me in order to get access to the VM. So for them, I think this one will be useful, and the new graduates or new friends who want to learn how to develop in D365 FinOp apps. So the link is very useful. This link is from Microsoft, and you can directly go through Microsoft Learn by creating a profile. Once you have created a profile, so definitely there are multiple challenges also from Microsoft, like Ignite challenge was there when COVID started, and if you completed, I think there were 6 challenges for various topics, and those are relevant with Azure and Power Platform and D365. So anyone who has completed that challenge by going through the whole module or course on Microsoft Learn, so they were eligible to receive a free voucher to take an exam. So that was a great benefit extended by Microsoft, and many people have benefited out of that. And this is a usual, normally time to time Microsoft offers such offers. So please stay tuned and Google it whenever there is an option from Microsoft. So now on this page you can go to build a finance operation. You can note down this URL, and I will also put in my description so that everybody who want to go there, they can easily can get the access to the VM. So basically my this session is relevant to, I mean, getting access to the VM, plus this is a very good place where Microsoft has compiled a list of compile a list or material of development, and it includes 12 modules. So it is almost 10 hours and 51 minute estimated time to complete, and it depends upon person to person. Some people, they want to digest it before they go on to the next module, and some people, they want to just focus to their their weaknesses only, and they might be experienced developer already. They want to learn a bit where they are thinking they are weak. So you can use the continue, and then sequence wise it will go on, but I can show you here modules in the learning path are shown here, like tick are which I have completed, or anybody who attempt to complete it, it will be ticked. So anyhow, in here you can see there is a lab also. So the lab means there is access to VM itself. And similarly, if I go to the next module, which is around 47 minutes of getting started with developing using X++ FinOps apps. So there also you can see, but there is no lab here. There are various concepts in starting from introduction, exception handling, and there are so many things. And then there are quiz also at the end. And similarly, if you go to the next one, which is about object-oriented code development, there they introduce a chain of command concept, which I also have covered in my one of my videos, multiple videos rather. And also there is an exercise if you want to complete that one. And then there are application life cycle management, how to build, test, and quality control processes. So it is very useful course, and I would recommend everybody to attempt it. And if there are difficulty, just let me know. And here you can see there is a lab. I will just show you once I go through all. Then there is a concept about schema building, table building, field groups, indexing, and the relationship between tables. And similarly, then it go to user interface building, that is build a form and optimize form performance. Of course, it is very heavy. When they started, in AX 2012, the performance was very low at that time from AX 2009, because AX 2009 was not a user interface rich, it was simple. So once they changed the interface altogether, the performance was down based upon hardware specs. But normally, if you are using on a the VM, then of course it was based upon your notebooks. And so anyhow, so the form need to also check about how to optimize the performance of form. Otherwise, one form will take centuries to open. So here also lab is there, and wherever there is a lab, you can just open it and it will launch a VM. I will just show you. And then there are classes here in FinOps apps, how to build the classes, which I also have covered. And then there is a report building, and also about Power BI, create and modify report by using Power BI. This is a great concept now because of Power Platform. Microsoft is promoting Power Platform, and this is an ecosystem around D365 apps. Now they are calling apps for even customer engagement, which was previously CRM, and that is customer engagement app. And now there is another app which is project operation app, and finance is already an app, and then SEM is also app, and commerce, which was previously retail, that is also called an app now. So now Microsoft is promoting the concept of apps. So around those apps, definitely the main platform is Power Platform. And in Power Platform, Power BI, they are just including in this course. And then you can uh, check how to build a workspace in FinOp apps, and that concept is covered here. Then role-based security, something about that, and performance optimization, and that's it. I think this one is very cool course, and everybody should attempt it in order to get complete concept around D365 FinOps application development. Now let's go to the our any of the lab you can open, and it does not necessarily means that you will only complete that specific module in which you are, but you can do your own testing as well. So it depends upon your own choice. Just click on the lab once you are there, so you can see it is loading now virtual machine. And so because now this unit require a VM to complete, so you can just, and there is a brief instructions also given, like once you launch a VM, so on the right hand side in the resources you can find your credentials which you need to use. And also there are credentials to log in into Windows machine, which is I think Win 2016 server. So that is also available. And then automatically this is a procedure step by step. Before you need to input username and then the password, which is provided on the right side of resources tab. And then there is a scenario which is now covered, what you need to cover in that one. But just we need to just launch VM here, and it will start loading. It will take a bit, so you just need to wait a little bit. So this one is very useful for the if your laptop is not capable to run a VM, because definitely that will require at least 16 GB, but I would recommend more than that. Now the lab contents will be loaded, and it will take a little bit based upon your internet connection, and if it is good, it will be quick. Now you can see on the right hand side the instructions, resources and help tabs are given, and for this exercise the estimated time is given. So you can these are the same instruction if you want to complete this lab. And if you go to the resources, you can see there is administrator, and the password is given. So I need to input that password here. If I don't want to type in, I can just press T here, and automatically it will pick it up. Just press to go ahead. So once it is logged in, so now there will be certain scripts in order to initialize the environment, and those will be like whatever the user is provided and the password is given. So there those scripts will run, and then the VM will be ready. So, and let it do the work, and meanwhile let us check the specs. Go to the system here, and it is Windows 2016 machine, and with 12 GB of RAM. Basically this one is VM on cloud, so basically that can increase, but normally they provide like this one, and with a Xeon processor. And I think that will also do for your work, but I would recommend your own notebooks to have at least 16 GB, or if available more than that. Otherwise you will face performance issues. So there is, I think somebody already put here received PDF, and you can see here Visual Studio to 2017 is available here. Just to open this one. So in the Visual Studio 2017, you can see D365 menu. It means this is uh, extension of D365 is available, and Application Explorer on the left hand side, it should be also available. Yeah, that is also available. So AOT is quite visible here, and you can also check by going to the by creating a new project. And you can see in D365 templates, best practices, rule, developer tools, add-in, and finance and operation, which we'll typically be using normally. So this is available. So it means everything is already there. So I think this provisioning has been stuck due to some reason. I'm not sure. Just close the Visual Studio. Also check the hard disk here. So it is 126 GB. Normally a VM VHD VM uh, almost have the same size, 126 GB, which can be extended to 1 tera through Hyper-V. So that is also possible in case you have your own VHD, but this one has no possibility because this is through Microsoft Learn. You can see now the provisioning has been started on this machine, and in the blue screen, that is PowerShell, it is saying that the lab environment need to configure a user with admin rights to the product. Please wait a few minutes until IE appears. Once the browser appears, you can log in and start your lab. So automatically you just need to wait until IE will appear. So you don't need to launch IE yourself. Automatically it will be open. So once the provisioning of the user has been completed, so automatically that will be, and now I think it is working. Now you can see automatically the IE has been launched, and now the user ID, it is asking for user ID. Just click here so that it is pasted, and then just go to the next and then paste the password and just sign in, and don't show again, and yes. so that every time this user is logged in until you are doing your development work. And if you need to close the lab once you have done, you can always export your the project file into axpp extension, and then that can be used anywhere else that I will show you. So now you can see, I mean, the interface is available, and there is an option at the top which you can do like full screen view. So it is a bit, you can adjust on the right hand side a bit, and now this one is at least easy to view, and you can just go to the account payable module, and this is the example company that is called Contoso from Microsoft, just to provide you to have a functional flow of the product, plus also if you want to do your development work, so already the sample data is there. So it's taking a bit, and so now you can see here in the purchase order list page is open, and it's showing all the the purchase order. So just click anywhere, any of the purchase order. Machine is a bit slow sometime, and so that is also opening, and you can also explore any of the module if you would like, and so there is on the right hand side, you can see there is a time limit here given like 3 hours and 44 minutes. So before that you just need to complete it normally, so that a VM is not automatically unavailable. So just close the browser. Just let me show you the how to export your project. Just open Visual Studio and just create a sample project and then export it. So Visual Studio is now available, and whenever you want to work, just start by creating a new model always. Go to the create model in the D365 menu. Model is a container for projects. Normally, it is good practice to have a separate model for separate project, and until projects are interlinked with each other. I mean, those are dependent upon each other, then you can put those projects within a model. But normally model can have multiple projects, and this normal practice is like for each project a separate model. And of course, when once you complete your the development work, then you Visual Studio gives you capability to provide to export like a deployable package, which can through LCS you can apply it in UAT machines, or then also schedule it for production machine once it is a release candidate on UAT machine or testing machine or dev box if you have purchased that one. So just give it a name like PKR model, and give it your name, or if you are working in a company, so just give a little bit description like the model code. Just create a sample text, and now you can create a new package here, and if there is already a package, so that can also be selected here. So if there is an existing package, so model will be part of that package itself. So there is a package, then there are models inside package, and then there are projects inside a model. So these are just containers. So just create a new package here, and then you can select existing application suite, or there are AOT objects, each of them are showing you in which packages or models they exist. So on whatever AOT object you want to work, you just need to select that one in order to get references against those. Otherwise those objects will not be visible in your uh, in your model or your project. So you need to reference those packages. So just go ahead with the next, and that can also be possible later on. Also, you can check that one. It's not all necessary that you just select all at one time. Until you are not sure, you don't need to check that one. So it is giving you create new project, make this my default model for new project. So if you make this default, so whatever the project you will be creating, automatically this model that project will exist in this default model. So just go ahead and create, finish this one. So the model is now created, and that is visible in inside the menu item. But now I need to just create a, for example, a simple project. I will not do anything here, but just I want to show you. So the project is created just on the AOT. If you can open the report node. So there is the report purchase order, which is purchase confirmation journal document print or report. So just duplicate this one, duplicate in the project, because there is no possibility to extend an existing report. So just rename. So during build, the database synchronization has already started, so that option must be checked in the project. So the build is now completed, and it means there is no syntax error here. So just now there is an option here, export project. Okay, so just click that option, and now you can see there is this dialog box which is showing a package like axpp. So the previous developers who worked in also, AX 2009 and AX 2012, then R2, R3, and all those previous releases, they already know there was an XPP option. So now this is unified operations project package called .axpp. So this is the different. Just give it a name like whatever it contains, normally a project name. So you can have your own folder, but just for the sake of demo, I'm just putting it in my documents. This will save your project, and then you can also import it. You can see this file is now available. So from within the machine, you can just go to any of Google Drive or OneDrive from Microsoft, and then you can upload the XPP file, or you can email to you yourself if you want to preserve this file. So I think that's it, guys, and I hope you have enjoyed uh, how to get an available free VM where you can work for your development or functional needs, and also you can how you can save your project in AXPP file, and then how to export it to your because this is internet enabled machine, and you can export your project into your Google Drive or OneDrive based upon your preferences. And that's it. I hope you have enjoyed this session, and let me know if you have any feedback or any comment. Thank you, guys.